In this video, I'm going to teach you how to attract more results in your business, and stay tuned. This may be unfamiliar to you, but I'm going to promise you that this is the exact type of information that has helped me find my long lost brother who was in a totally different country. It also helped me travel to a country for free that I wanted to attract. And in the business world, I remember saying to myself that I wanted to attract customers with their credit cards in their hand, ready to buy. And one day, maybe a few days later or a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call with a guy on the phone who told me in his company, customers would call you or me at the time with their credit cards in hand, ready to buy. And it has blown me away. So I have been diving into principles and strategies like these, and have set towards the path of teaching other people like you about these things, as well as implementing this in my business. If you don't know me, I'm the real Robin Williams. Welcome to this video. And in case I forget, like, comment, and subscribe at any time you feel like you've gotten value, and leave me a comment. I don't care if it's a question, leave me a comment down there. Let me know any questions you may have during this process. Let me get right into it. So I'm going to minimize my head real quick, and I'm going to turn on this presentation that I did in Canva. Don't worry, it's not something super boring, anything like that. It's going to be pretty quick. So we're going to talk about attracting results in your business. It's going to get a little bit deep, but it's still, I promise you, it's very simple. Anyone can learn this. We're going to talk about the number one formula you can use in your business that all business owners should have, and they have to go by this formula. So once you learn this formula, you can intentionally go by this formula. We're going to talk about an inner navigation system that you should understand when you're going after the different results in your business. And we're also going to break this formula down so you can understand exactly what it is you need to do in your business in order to achieve business results. And we're going to talk a little bit about Hill's secret to success. If you don't know Napoleon Hill, we'll talk about him a bit later, and how you can implement all of this into your business as simple as maybe 10 minutes from now, however long it takes me to do this video. So we're going to talk about the reticular activating system really quick. This is something I think is important for you to understand. Now, if you already understand that, bear with me, but all the reticular activating system is almost like your inner navigation system. So you have to understand that each time you sit and thoughts and you think about things that you want, or the problems that you want to solve, or maybe even the problems that you have and the things that you don't want, that you are setting a force out in the world to go and find that information for you. And somewhere in the subconscious mind is a thing called the RAS, the reticular activating system, and it is actually working for you 24/7, finding those solutions that you need. The problem is most people don't know about this little secret thing that we have in our head. So if you don't understand this all the way, don't worry. I'm going to wrap this up, and hopefully you understand it and you'll be able to dive more into it so that you can have more success in your business. Now I'm going to get into the formula. Now, we talked about the reticular activating system for a reason, and I'm going to wrap this up after I talk about this formula. Now, this formula, everyone in the world who is successful will need to use it, or they are using it, even if they don't know anything about this formula. And as well as people who are failing, things that they need to fix in their business will fall into this formula. I'll break it down here in a second. But the first part is the mindset. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, mindset. I don't know about you. Maybe you're into mindset. But when I got started in the business world, I didn't like mindset. I didn't like reading books. I didn't even know how powerful our minds really are when it comes to building a business or just having a successful life. So the first thing you want to implement in your business is having the right mindset. And we're going to talk about how you actually do this. But the whole point I'm wanting to bring up is that this is part of the formula. There's no escaping it. Even if you don't understand the formula, if you use this correctly, it will work. If you don't use it correctly, it won't work. So you want to do things like read books, surround yourself around the right people. You want to have positive thoughts. You want to have positive expectations and things like that. And you want to grow your mindset on a consistent basis. One of my favorite things that helped me attract the business of my dreams is meditation. So I use a lot of different things, nothing too overwhelming. Me in particular, I don't like to overwhelm myself, but I use a nice clearing mind meditation that helps me with my mindset. reading, surrounding myself with people that I love and like and that are on the same path as me. That's the mindset part. That's the first part of the formula. We're going to get into the second part, which is the skill set. So a lot of people who knows about this mindset, there are a lot of people that do know about the mindset piece. They skip the skill set. And I used to be, I think I was a person that didn't practice any of this. But if you practice just the mindset without the skill set, you will still see that you do not have the full formula. What is the skill set? Well, if you are an influencer, you might need to practice doing videos. You might need to practice putting together beautiful videos. You might need to practice communication, or maybe even if you are a copywriter, you will need to practice copywriting. You will need to practice how to talk to your ideal client. You need to focus on developing your skill set. You need to use that skill set, and you need to continue to improve the skill set. And it's the same thing for the mindset. You need to focus on having the right mindset. You need to use your mindset towards your business. You need to focus on improving it along the way. Let's see what happens on the next one. So we talked about the mindset. We talked about the skill set. Now, what happens a lot as well, and you can see what boat you fit in, is that some people will practice on the mindset and not practice on the skill set. They'll practice on the skill set and not practice on the mindset. Or they'll know everything in the book about mindset. They'll know everything in the book about the skill set, but they're not performing. So you may fit in one of three of these categories, or maybe it may be that you're doing the skill set and the performance. It's really more than one. It's more than three categories, but you may be doing the skill set and performance, but your mindset lacks. And to me, the mindset is probably one of the most important pieces of this formula. However, when you get these two together, you want to perform. That means you're continually doing the things that I just said you have to do. You have to focus on a mindset, skill sets, and you have to focus on that each and every day. Okay. So when you take the mindset plus the skill set times the performance, you're going to get success. Success should come. And this is not a one and done. I did the mindset, skill set, the performance. Now I'm always successful. No, you always have to continue to do this. This is a living and breathing formula. Now let's break it down. So you might be saying, exactly what are you saying to me, Robin? The books, the courses, the visualizations, the meditations, the surrounding yourself around good people, all of that is mindset. Developing your self-confidence, all of that fits under the mindset. Then you have skill sets. You also have different courses around whatever skill set that you need to develop with whatever you are working on now. So it depends on your business. If you're a plumber looking at this video right now, you will have different skill sets that you need to develop than I will in the work from home industry or affiliate industry. So you have to figure out what courses are out there that you can learn from to help your skill set strengthen. Maybe some leadership, and you'll find that some of these things may bleed into other categories. So I could literally probably put leadership in the skill set and the mindset, depending on what I'm doing, depending on what I'm working on. Maybe negotiating is a skill set. So what are your skill sets that people are working on within your industry? You need to work on those too, and you need to work on them forever. Some people are scared of that word, but we always want to grow no matter what. And I believe that when you stop growing on your mindset and skill set, you start dying a lot quicker. So take all of that and that performance. What does that performance look like? It means that based on what you learned that you have to do for your mindset, maybe you develop a checklist for you to do every morning for your mindset. And maybe you have a checklist on what you need to do every day for your business. You take those checklists and you use it daily. Maybe you have a morning routine that helps you in your mindset and skill set. You do that every day. And then maybe you created a plan in order to reach the goals that you have in your business. You tackle those things on that list, on your plan. And the more success, you'll start seeing the fruition of things come into fruition as prospects, more prospects for your business, more clarity for your business, desired sales that you've been looking for, they'll start popping up. And this isn't a magic trick. This isn't guaranteed sales. Everybody's on their own path. I don't know what your mindset is looking like. I don't know what your skill set is looking like. And I don't know if you like to sit on the couch or if you like to get to work. So this all depends on you individually, and you diving into each of these areas is going to determine whether or not you're going to reach success slow or fast, or if you're ever going to reach success. Okay. Now, one thing I will say, if you take one problem in your business, in your life, and you just identify that problem, maybe you can't get sales. you will be able to fit it into one of these areas or more in this formula. And that's why I like to call it a formula of success, because whenever we identify a problem, it's going to fit in the mindset or the skill set or the performance or all three. So no matter what the issue is, you're going to be able to start to solve it by diving into a mindset course or diving into mentorship or coaching. You might be able to solve it by finding out how to do a certain skill for that business that you're running. And even if you're running this huge business, maybe your plan is really huge. There's nothing you can tackle on your own. Maybe you learn that skill set and then you outsource it, but you have to learn that it needs to be done. It's better for you to learn how to do it, and then you can outsource it. So every single thing that you can come up with right now, it will fit into one of those three things. Now, putting this together in action, what does it mean for you? Once you put that full formula into action, you will start seeing that RAS that I was talking about starting to go to work. That inner navigation system. It's an invisible force, if you ask me. Some people say it's located in the brain. I don't know. I like to tell people that I know enough about this stuff to know that I don't know jack squat about it. But what I do know is that I've used these principles. I've seen people use these principles and they work time and time again. But once you start using this formula, you will see that it will cause your RAS, your reticular activating system, to seek answers to your problems. You will find that resources or people flow into your life, fulfilling the needs of your business. It's going to feel like magic, even though it's not magic, but I think we're just magnificent beings and we just don't know that until we implement this stuff. And then you will find that problems could seem to just fall away all of a sudden. Maybe problems that you used to have back in the day. I used to have a limiting thought, a limiting belief, I would say, that things just don't work out. Things won't work out. I'm always struggling with this. It's not going to work out. And in business, it was just manifesting over and over and over again. But when I started to change my thoughts, I started to, boom, get my first sale. Now I got a few more sales every quarter. Now I am flowing with sales through my marketing, through recurring sales and things like that in my business. I'm a totally different person based on the fact that I was changing my mindset at one point and then uplifting my skills, working on my skill set, and then putting it into performance. Whenever I lacked one of three of those areas really bad, then things started to plummet. But when you start to work on those things actively, you'll start to see these changes in your business and in your life. This works well in your business and in your life. And then how can you implement these principles? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in case you don't know of Napoleon Hill, he's a author who actually studied these success principles, and he interviewed over 500 people, successful business people like Henry Ford and Thomas Edison, and he put together a book called the Think and Grow Rich book. Now, if you've heard of that, you're probably like, oh yeah, the Think and Grow Rich book. But if you're saying, oh yeah, and you haven't read it, I challenge you to read it. What I've done is I added a link to the resource for you absolutely free at the top of the description of this video. You can go and grab that resource, and not only will you get a free download of his book, you'll also be able to dive into a mastermind. Now, if you read the Think and Grow Rich book already, you'll understand the power of having a mastermind around you and your business and having people be able to uplift and give you ideas to go out there and reach your goals in business. So you'll also have access to a daily Monday through Friday mastermind that we have that anyone can call in from around the world. So at the top of the description, there is a link, and once you open it, it should look like this here. You can go ahead and watch the quick video and put in your name, email, and your phone number will be optional. And from there, it's just hopefully you're at the start of a great journey. I thank you for watching. Do like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you on the top. Peace.